Now we will discuss affective factors in second language acquisition, and under that what the affective domain is, and also the understanding of self-esteem. Affective factors refer to understanding of how human beings feel and respond, believe and value the learning process. So basically it deals with the emotional aspect of a learner. It is exceedingly important aspect of theory of second language acquisition. Reason is that it enables learner to basically form specific attitude, a particular attitude towards learning. So since the emotional aspect of learner cannot be avoided, therefore the understanding of the affective factors which actually contribute towards the kind of feeling or the kind of attitude, belief the learner has towards second language. Then we have self-esteem. It is also something that comes in the domain of affective. It is a part of the affective domain. In addition to self-esteem, there are other qualities or other factors as well which come under this affective domain, such as self-awareness, enthusiasm, emotional intelligence, bias, ethics, attitudes, and so on. Self-esteem is basically one's ability or one's opinion about himself or herself as being worthy of something or being capable of something. And when you have this kind of feeling or opinion about yourself, it has a lot to do with your frame of mind, your emotions, your feelings, therefore hence being part of the affective domain. So let's discuss the affective factors and also self-esteem. The affective domain is emotional side of human behavior, and it may be juxtaposed to cognitive side. The development of affective, or you can say affectivity, begins with receiving. Now, at the first and fundamental level, the development of affectivity begins with receiving. Then you have at this stage basically persons, they must be aware of the environment surrounding them and be conscious of the situation, and then be willing to receive or to tolerate a stimulus and must not avoid it. Then the second stage, persons must go beyond receiving to responding, committing themselves in at least some small measures to a phenomenon or a person. The third level of affectivity involves valuing, which means placing worth on a thing, a behavior, or a person. The fourth level of affective domain is the organization of values in a system of belief, determining interrelationships among them, and establishing a hierarchy of values within the value system. And then finally, we have individuals. They become characterized by and understand themselves in terms of their value systems. Then we have self-esteem. Now, when we're talking about self-esteem, we see that three general levels of self-esteem are as follow. Number one is general or global self-esteem, which is said to be relatively stable in a mature adult and is resistant to change except by active and extended therapy. It is the general or prevailing assessment of one's own worth. The second one is situational or specific self-esteem. Basically, it refers to one's self-appraisal in particular life situations such as social interaction, work, education, and home. And then we have the third level, which is task self-esteem, which relates to particular tasks within specific situation. So we have three levels of self-esteem, three levels to actually assess or know one's own worth and capability, which is general, global, situational, and task self-esteem, and then we have these 5 factors of affective domain. To conclude, the affective domain and self-esteem appears to be an important variable in second language acquisition.